All right guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking equipment options, specifically in and around that transition point between the woods and the irons. There are so many options and there are so many sort of customizable elements to these clubs now that we're going to debate and we're going to look into whether you should be looking at a club with maximum adjustability or whether you should be looking for a club that's a little bit more simple and just does the job. Okay guys, for those of you who have been following along the graduation series, thank you if you have been. If not, you can go back and have a look at the first few videos we've done in that series. The main two clubs in the bag really this year that have been having a little bit of a difficulty finding the right one, it has been the 3-wood stroke mini driver and it has been the kind of hybrid stroke 5-wood club in the bag that I've had the hardest time with. Over the last, I would say, month and a half, I've went back to an old favourite, something that I know I've had great results with and truly, truly love. And it's a cult, hero, a cult favourite amongst many golfers. And that's the Callaway Apex UW. Utility wood that is a transition club between a hybrid, and I've got two here. I've got sort of, your standard Titleist GT3 Hybrid and then your standard GT3 5-wood. And right in between in terms of head shape and size and CG location, the UW sits lovely right between them. But if I was to say there's one thing that I don't love about the UW, it's the fact that it is not adjustable. It is what it is, and there's not much you can do about it if it's not working too well. And what I've found in recent rounds on the course, and actually in our most recent graduation series, I've developed a little bit of a left miss with the UW, and I've got that same left miss, and it's swing driven obviously, but my equipment around this club is set up to mitigate that. Some weight in the toe, some lie angle adjustability, etc, etc. Therefore, I don't get punished when I make that swing on the golf course until I get to this guy, which is why today I want to have a look at how important, how valuable is it to have adjustable loft sleeves, adjustable CG location, weighting laterally across the head, being able to adjust the ports from toe to heel. How important is that, and what can it do to benefit your game? Hey guys, I want to take a moment to highlight a fantastic opportunity from our partners here at TPC Toronto. As many of you know, their practice facilities are second to none. From one of the best outdoor ranges in the country to state-of-the-art indoor simulators and world-class instruction led by Braden Kreiderman. They've also recently developed outstanding on-site accommodations to complement their 3 championship courses, creating a true stay-and-play destination. Beginning this fall, they've taken it a step further with a new stay-and-learn program. This experience combines full-day coaching with Braden, premium accommodations, exceptional dining, and a number of added extras. In my opinion, this is one of the most effective ways to head into the off-season with a clear plan for improvement. You can find all of the details at ospreyvalley.com/academy. As a bonus for our audience, TPC Toronto is offering 15% off simulator rentals, lesson packages, and more. So simply use the code FGI15 when booking online. Now let's get back to the video. All right guys, let's start off with what is in the bag. Let's start with the UW, 19 degrees. The hybrid is 19 degrees. My little GT3 Fairway Wood right now is at 18 degrees. We'll start with that. Let's see what we get in terms of launch spin, the windows, the speed windows. The carry distance I'm looking for out of these clubs is about 235. In case you can keep me right, peak height I'm looking for about 100.
Okay.
Would be quite nice. Do you have offline as one of the tiles on there?
No, but I can add it.
Let's add offline on there. Relative to our target line, I don't want this thing turning more than 20 yards offline.
Okay.
That would be a lot, and that would be a red mark for me in testing if I started to move something that far left. I'm going to hit them too much better than that. How far offline was that one, Case?
13 and a half.
Left?
Yeah, 13 and a half left. 227 carry.
Right, Healy lost a bit of what's interesting today is that ball actually moved right. So the first one to my eye case looked really, really good, but that wind out the left is cancelling a little bit of that curvature. So interesting that one actually wasn't as straight as it appeared to me. I thought that first one was like dead down the line. Just goes to show the little bit of wind. As I said, looking for about 145 ball speed on a really nice one with the UW. And there she is. 144 balls, so about what we get energy-wise, but 40...
40 offline.
40, was it 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the killer with this one. Just at times I can get caught out with what feels like... That was a bit left, I could feel that in the swing, but that's... I can't have that one in the locker. That one's definitely not ideal. Okay, let's move over into some adjustability. Let's talk about what adjustability we have within the loft sleeve, within the weights. In this particular hybrid, 16 settings, we can go flat, 1 degree, we can go standard lie angle, we can go upright 1, we can go upright 2. And kind of same with loft, we've got a full adjustability. With this one, I like the 19 degrees of loft, so I'm going to stay at that loft. I'm just going to go a little bit flatter. That one there was 3.1 degrees toe up. Not too much toe up, but it's not ideal. It's promoting a leftward start line. I would ideally like that lie angle to be a little bit closer to 0 so that, you know, my curvature and my start line are a little bit more neutral than that. So let's see what we get from the GT3. Also within the weights, the standard weights you get on this particular head, 13 and 5, obviously interchangeable. I've got the 13 in the toe, trying to kind of see if we can move that mass toe side so we get a little bit less gear effect. Turned that one a little bit also. How far offline was that one, Case?
27.
Okay, not as bad. Yeah, so similar.
One was 27, one was 28 left.
Can you compare height on the UW and the hybrid?
Yeah, the UW, your average height was 89.5. And right now, your average height is 98.
Was it higher with the GT3?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so 2 clubs. I felt like I was definitely being penalized more with the Apex UW with no adjustability. And I'll revisit that one more time. But the one thing I did like that I could see on quad, in case you'll back me up on that, dynamic lie angle with the GT3 adjustable hybrid. It was 0.6 in terms of the lie angle on that one. So 3.1 with the UW, as I said, tilted toe up. Now with this one, only ½ degree. That to me played a huge part in that lack of curvature, lack of a much better start line when it came to the GT3. What I'm actually hoping for with this one is at the same, well, 1 degree actually less loft than those guys, that by going a little bit flatter in the fairway wood, but having the center of gravity pulled back, it's actually going to make it a little bit easier to get the best of both worlds. I actually think it will be more forgiving as well, so I'll straighten out that ball flight a little bit more. Okay, let's look at GT3 Fairway Wood. Just a touch spinny, that one, Case. Straighter though, eh?
Yeah, 5200.
Yeah, bit spinny.
Much straighter.
What was the offline?
1.7 right.
Dynamic lie angle 0.7. What was that one there, Case?
12.7 offline, 224 carry, 4600 backspin.
Okay, okay. So it's a little hair on the spinny side. It's maybe robbing us of a little bit of that carry distance. As we said, we need this to fly about 235. Right now, none of them are really in that window of flying at 235. So let's do this. Let's go. Again, the point of this video, not to get lost in this being about what goes in my bag, which will be a happy, you know, consequence of it also. this is the adjustability that we now have using these clubs. We have a window that we can play with these golf clubs to get the loft, the lie, the CG location in the correct position relative to the desired outcome. That's exactly what we're looking for here. So we're trying to bring that spin window down to about 4,200, I would say, ideally. Lie angles came down really nicely, Case. 0.2 in the last one.
Yeah, you're 0.2 up. Your lie angle has been 0.7, 0.3, 0.2.
Okay, so I've adjusted the loft a little bit on the GT3 Fairway Wood. I think we all concur that look at these ball flights. So far, this has been the best, most friendly flight of the bunch. We've got the weight out on T2. We've got the setting on plus 0.75 loft on this particular head. So we're now at 17.25. Trying to bring that spin rate down a little bit.
Spin. 30 carry. 22 offline.
22 offline. Okay, so a little left, not bad, but spin rate was in that better window.
Yeah, 4150.
Yeah. So really now the miss is much less left. You know, that if we look at any fairway that I'm going to be playing this club into, a 20-yard miss left is not putting us in trouble. Okay. So round 2 with the UW. Pretty nice, a little bit heely.
Yeah, 230 carry.
Okay. Okay, 144 ball speed. So that's still a little bit down on what the GT3 was.
147 ball speed. That's right.
How far left that?
28.7.
28. It just has too much. That was a really nice hit. It was a really nice high draw.
Mm-hmm.
Probably apex in a nice window. 100-ish, maybe.
Yeah, 98.2.
Right.
227 carry.
It looked like a great flight. And again, I'm not gonna beat myself up for making a good swing that just turns over a little bit when I can use equipment that doesn't. So let's go back into the fairway wood. Right now I'm leaning towards that in terms of what I want to kind of put in the bag, because I've got the weight I can put in the toe, because I've got the flatter lie angle that I know I can utilize the face angle to start more online, less left. It's just a tad spinny.
Tad spinny, but I mean, 224 carry. You're only 4 offline.
4 yards offline.
Right, so it's straighter.
Yep, let's keep playing. Let's nudge that loft down a hair more. The most amount of loft we have is obviously on the 2 hybrids. The least amount is on the Fairwood, yet the most dynamic loft is being created by the Fairwood because of the center of gravity is pulled further back. It has the widest body. The wider the body, the more the ball will launch and the more spin you will create. You always have to factor that in. It's not this is 19 and that's 19, so they'll spin the same. That goes for woods more so, but it also does go for irons as well when we're talking about blades versus super game improvement. That wider, more you pull that CG to allow that CG down and back, the more you pull that away from the face, the more you create spin and launch. Did I get that one?
227 carry, 17 offline,
Okay.
1 degree up lie angle.
Nice.
91 peak height. $12 offline, 225 carry.
Okay.
4,500 spin.
By far the straightest, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was that
4,200
offline?
spin. 6.3 offline.
Hair behind that one with the strike. In terms of the potential of which one is going to be in the bag, this one by far, to me, if we're going to knock either one out, this one has the potential over the other hybrid. I think this has more upside, and it definitely feels straighter. No doubt about that. 231.
231, 1.4 right, 4,300 spin.
Really, really good. And it just...
113 peak height.
Yeah, gives you that option.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing it's important to kind of maybe just verify, because the utility of the Apex Utility Wood is that you can hit it high and low. So I would want to know that I can flatten this thing as well. Let's see if we can get one down at like 80, 75, 80 foot peak.
.75 peak.
Good. So just to know that we've got that option as well, bring the launch down to 8 and just have the ability. That was, what was this, offline?
7 left.
7. Straighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Straighter. And it's kind of one of those things that maybe doesn't make sense that it's got less loft on it. It's a 4 wood that I was playing it at B4, so it was 18 degrees, but now I've got it at A1. It has got a 7 wood length shaft in it, so it's quite short that I can get on top of it, but probably should never have left the bag. If it was in the bag, it was probably should never have came out the bag. Has a little bit more in the locker than the utility wood and the hybrid do for me. The ability to hit it up, the ability to hit it down, and ultimately dialing in the curvature and start line. I think it's quite hard to have clubs in your bag, especially in the metal woods now, that don't have adjustable loft sleeves and adjustability in the head. Listen, if you are in a spot where your swing is so neutral and dialed that you don't need it, God bless you, good on you. That would be fantastic. I would love that too. But for the rest of us, take advantage of this type of stuff. It will really help you mitigate the misses and the ones that can really drive the score up. Penalty shots, we talk about it all the time. Keep those penalty shots off the scorecard and you'll see your scores plummet. That's a fact, okay? So if you've got the option, no tech, no, there's some tech in the head, but there's no adjustability, err on the side of adjustability, and I think you'll see the benefits of it. All right, let us know in the comments your thoughts, guys. Are you an anti-adjustability and you just like to play clubs as they are? Are you, a little bit more old school in your thinking? Or do you also subscribe to the fact that adjustability can make this much difference like we certainly think? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like. Please subscribe to the Fraser Golf Institute. Lots more videos coming your way. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.